thank you, Ink Tank and Martha and Ian, for having me here. And can you hear me okay? No. Yes. The other guy was taller. I don't get it. No. He's a funny man. Okay. I just have maybe 2 short poems for you. I'm kind of launching the book, a translation of mine, of Antal Serb, who wrote this in 1937. I did the first translation and I published in 1990, and I'm launching it right here, April 3rd. So I gave out a few advanced copies to some friends so they will read it, so we'll have something to talk about when I see you all. Hopefully you'll be here April 3rd. This book is about a 36-year-old man who bolts from his honeymoon because he's full of unresolved conflicts. He lasts about 3-4 days when his wife catches him touching himself. And that's all I'm going to say because we have some young people in the audience and I don't want to give the rest of it away. Safe to say his great hero, because he was an Anglophile professor of literature and especially English literature, was the poet, Jesuit poet Gerard Manley Hopkins, who was also filled with conflict between the spiritual world and the foolish, commonplace world of what was outside his window. He was unsure about this life of being a monk, and he was suffering from melancholy. He published no poems at all in his life, yet he's kind of the father of modern poetry. So Antal Serb was very preoccupied with similar conflicts, basically, that were really about sexual identity. We know by now that Gerard Manley Hopkins was a homosexual in denial, and he wrote this poem called Carrion Comfort, which I would like to, I guess, not read to you, but recite to you. And then another poem after after that, and then that's how I will close. No, I will not carrion comfort despair, not feast on thee, nor untwist. Slack they may be these last strands of man in me, or most weary. I can no more. I can something hope for, wish day come, not choose not to be. But O thou terrible, why wouldst thou rude on me thy ring-whirled right foot rock, lay a lion limb against me, scan with darksome devouring eyes my bruised bones, me heap there, me frantic to avoid thee and flee? Why, that my chaff might fly, my grain lie sheer and clear, since seems I kiss the rod, hand rather, foot low, here I am, wrestling with my God, my God. Okay, so I guess when you become a priest and take the vow of chastity, you do kiss the bishop's toes or feet. But there, by kissing the feet, he renounced ever touching another human being. Basically, I think the hero in this psychic journey, who, wants to be very, very close to God and a spiritual person, has difficulty with being a husband at age 36 for the first time. So I really admire you at 63. Wonder what you were doing all those years. Okay, so another aspect of this hero that's in here is the idea of masochism, and victimhood as an adolescent, and he obsesses about this during his honeymoon of all times, about the adolescent games that he and his beloved schoolmate Tomasz and his sister Ava as high school kids used to play. They were sex games that were fairly weird. I mean, for the 20s, they also took morphine and things like that, but he always liked playing the victim, and there was a very dark, masochistic element to his sexual fantasy, which became played out in real life and lead to an abyss too dark to ponder. But it does remind one of the kind of self-flagellation in the poetry of Francis had a poem from Sylvia Plath. So I would like to recite to you, by way of closure, not the most cheerful poem in the world, but it does get into the intensity of the self-loathing that this character in this book worked out in a nice, life-affirming way. This poem is called Cut. Sylvia Plath is basically in a kitchen, which she hated. She hated to be a wife and a mother, and she didn't like cooking. She really just wanted to write poetry. That's what made her feel good. But she cuts her thumb, and this is her reaction. What a thrill. My thumb instead of... What? I'm going to start all over. This has never happened before, and I've done this in class many times. What a thrill, my thumb instead of an onion. The top quite gone, except for sort of hinge of skin, the flap like a hat, dead white, and then that red plush. Little pilgrim, the Indians axed your scalp. Your red turkey waddle flows straight from the heart. I step on it, clutching my bottle of pink fizz. What a celebration this is out of a gap. 1,000,000 soldiers run, redcoats, everyone. Whose side are they on? Oh, I am ill. I've taken a pill to kill, and then that thin, papery feeling saboteur, kamikaze man, the red gauze on your Ku Klux Klan babushka, how it darkens and tarnishes. And when the small bulb of your heart confronts its small mill of silence, how you jump, trepanned veteran, dirty girl, thumb stump. Thank you very much.
Tijan, this dream's where you belong. Your golden journey.